Started in a nice, tall, grounded seat. So, using whatever props you need, if you're sitting on the floor, lifting those hips up, maybe sitting on a pillow, a block, or a cushion. And then just feeling that grounding of your sitting bones as you allow your eyes to gently close. And just begin to take a few deep breaths in and out through the nose. And pausing for that presence, just feeling yourself fully in this moment. And knowing that this is the space, the present moment is where we feel most alive and happy. It's when our mind begins to wander to different places like the past, reliving old conversations or thoughts and experiences, or moving to the future and worrying about all the things that you need to do, or just that anxiety. So all of those, other than the present moment, is can be slightly disturbing unless you're thinking about positive things that have happened. But really, when you experience yourself in this moment is when you feel the happiest. So let yourself be here, be present with all the sensations of your body, allowing yourself to breathe into them. Just feeling the crown of your head lifting up towards the ceiling. And just filling your body up with this nurturing breath. Every breath we take sends oxygen into all of our cells and the blood, feeding our life force. Slowly and gently beginning to deepen your breathing, allowing your awareness to come back into this moment as we move into some of our gentle stretches. So again, making sure that you're sitting down in a nice, tall, comfortable seat, allowing yourself to sit just in front of your tailbone, allowing that pelvic floor to tilt forward, pressing that chest forward to open it up, relax your shoulders, and again, feeling the crown of the head lifting up. As you inhale, elongate the spine, and as you exhale, let's slowly bring the chin down towards the chest. So let your head just fall naturally. As you breathe, you'll feel gravity pulling it down, but you don't need to force it down. You're just breathing into the back of your neck. Keep your chest open and just notice that stretch in the back of your neck. And then slowly, gently tilting your head over to the right with your chin down. And then feeling that stretch on the left side of your neck and on your shoulder. And then slowly bringing the chin down again. And then slowly bringing that ear, the left ear, towards the left shoulder this time. So again, chin stays down, left ear towards the left shoulder. Breathe into the right side of your neck and shoulder where you might feel that stretch. And then slowly bringing the head back down. As you inhale, bring the head back up. And as you exhale, relax. And then moving our head from side to side. So as you breathe, allow your head to turn all the way over to the right while keeping everything square. Shoulders stay square. Just the head moves. And then slowly making your way all the way over to the left. Relax those shoulders and just breathe. One more time to the right. And then over to the left. And then bringing your head back up to the center as you exhale and relax. And then let's move into our shoulder roll. So lift the shoulders up, back and down as you breathe. Roll those shoulders. Let's get full range of motion here. We're going to really get all the kinks out as you breathe into them. And then let's roll it in the opposite direction. Breathe. Roll those shoulders. And then shake out the arms. We're just going to open and close the hands. So open them really wide, close them up really tight, and just moving with opening and closing and feeling all the joints of the hands and fingers lubricating, and then making circles with the hands and the wrists in one direction. Keep breathing, and let's move it in the opposite direction. And then shaking all that out. Let's go ahead and lift that right arm up, bend it at the elbow. And then this might be enough for you for a stretch. If you feel like you can bring your hand to this side to push that elbow down, or you can bring your left arm up onto the left hand up to that right elbow and push it down. So again, as long as you're feeling that stretch in the back of your shoulders, your biceps and your tricep, and just breathe with your chest open and try to keep your head up. And then slowly release that left hand, lift that right arm up, and then exhale, release it down. You can shake it out. And then to the other side, left arm up, bending at the elbow. And again, you can be here, or you can push it down from here, or you can push it down with the right hand coming onto that left elbow. Keep the chest open, keep your head up. Try to relax that left shoulder, and then push it down gently with that hand. Again, as long as you're feeling the stretch, push it down to your degree. Use the breath. And then slowly release that right hand, lift that left arm up, and exhale, release it down. Shake it all out. And let's go ahead and do a little stretch here for the inside of our arms, stretching that right hand straight forward and then pushing those fingers back. The wrist comes forward, relax the shoulders, and breathe here. Slowly release, shake it out, and then go ahead and do the left side. Really feel this. I told you guys I did some farm work on Sunday in Kaneohe. I tell you, my body still hurts all over. And I was telling my friend, I said, all those stairs I made, probably the next big rain that comes is going to wash it all away. Oh well, nature, can't control it. Release, shake it all out. We can try to control it, right? Just like our own nature, we can try to control ourselves, but a lot of that humanness ends up coming out. We're going to go ahead and clasp our hands behind us. And then relax the shoulders, open up the chest, and just lift those hands up while it's clasped. So try to get a good tight clasp. And then just start to lift those arms up. So you're arching that spine, breathing into your chest, looking straight ahead. And feel that stretch. This feels really good. All the way down the back of the shoulders, arms. Release the hands. You can shake it out, and then let's go ahead and clasp the hands in front of you. Push the palms out this time, and let's go ahead and round that spine. So we're intentionally rounding the spine, breathing into it. Feel the shoulders relaxing onto the backs of your shoulders, to the shoulder blades. Breathe into it, and then slowly straighten your back out. Lift the arms up towards the ceiling, push the ceiling, or push up the arms towards the ceiling, and then exhale, slowly release, and shake it all out. Very nice. We're going to be moving into our knees. So let's lift the left knee up towards the chest. Press your chest forward so that you're sitting up straight, and then make circles here. So nice big circles. We really want to try and move this knee joint around. So if you put your hand there, you can probably feel all the mechanics of that ball and socket. And it's doing the opposite direction. So again, so important to keep moving around these joints, the lovely synovial fluid. We want to make sure we spread that fluid around. Let's start to do the right knee. So lifting that right knee up to your chest, pressing the chest forward, and making big circles here. Breathing. And let's do it on the opposite direction. And then you can shake it all out. And we'll go ahead and move into our hip stretches. So if you're on the chair or on the floor, just bringing your right foot, right ankle up to the left knee. And for those of you on the floor, if this is too much for you to have both knees bent, you can straighten out that left leg. If you feel like it's too hard to bring it up to your knee, you can bring it to your shin. Either way, let's flex that right foot and then really elongate that spine. So even just strengthening your body, hello, pressing your chest forward, you're going to begin to feel that stretch right here in your right glute and hip. So just start to send some breath there. Keep elongating your spine and keep pressing your chest forward. And maybe you can come down a bit, but make sure that your spine is straight. So nice flat back. And again, just sending the breath and maybe even just sitting up straight and bringing your foot up might be enough for you. Don't want to overdo it, but you do want to just push yourself a little bit, right? Each day, if we push ourselves just a little bit, you'll realize how far you've come. And there might be days where you don't really feel like doing things too. So just listening to the body, trying to be gentle with myself. I normally wake up and do a bunch of exercises. And this morning, and I woke up and my whole body, including everything to my fingers, were sore. And I'm like, you know what, girl, just meditate. It's okay. Breathe. And then slowly as you inhale, come up. And then shake it all out. Let's do the other side. So again, we could all use reminders. And I'm thinking, oh man, you got to practice what you preach. You tell everybody to take it easy and listen to their bodies. Got to do that for yourself too, right? So let's flex that left foot, open up that hip, and then just bring your chest forward. Just press that chest forward, relax the shoulders, and then see if you can bring your chest down even further while keeping your spine elongated. And just breathe into that left side. And again, you might feel, oh, the left side is so much tighter. Your bodies are not completely even, but it's always good to work on one side at a time so you can really start to feel the stretching and start to balance everything out. So it's all about that balance, breathing into it. Slowly and gently, let's make our way up. Release that leg, extend the legs and shake it all out. Now we're going to just open and close the toes, just like we did with the fingers. Open them up as wide as you can and then close them up really tight. Open and close. And then let's point and flex the feet. Flex. Again, we just want to bring some attention to our poor feet. Sometimes they get forgotten. Right? They're just there. We just abuse them, walk on them all day long. Make circles here, big circles. Breathe into those calves and the ankles. We want to really make sure we take care of these ankles, just like we want to take care of the knees. Opposite direction, because the ankles really help us with our balance. Obviously, it helps us to walk. Motion of getting up and down, so important. All these joints we have to take care of. I'm going to shake it all out. And if you're able to, and this is something that's kind of good to do every once in a while, is if you're able to put all of your fingers between the toes, or even if it's kind of hard to do it, you can even just do just the tips of it. but just sticking your fingers there and then squeezing with your toes and your hands. It's kind of like a massage, but it's so good. It's like reflexology for your feet. And then a lot of times I'll get a lacrosse ball, or you can use a tennis ball, and I'll stand on it and I will roll it all around my feet. But it's so good to take care of the feet, stretching them out. It might be painful, but if you do this every day, you start to feel a little bit more opening. Same thing on this side. So trying to stick all the fingers in the toes, or even if you can only get your fingers in a couple of toes to start with. But this is a good way to kind of like flex those out, stretch it out, and breathe. So if it's painful, unfortunately, you probably need to do this more. It's like all the challenges in your life, especially when it comes to yoga poses, is the ones that you need to do the most. I know that feeling. I can really feel it. Oh, ouch. But it kind of feels good at the same time. So you can relax it, wiggle it all out. And we'll go ahead and bring our legs back in and just have a moment again of presence. Gently close your eyes and just breathe here. And notice what you're feeling. Where are you feeling it the most? What sensation? Really feel that grounding and that breath that really anchors you into this moment. We'll go ahead and move on to just a few more stretches. So we're going to do cat and cow. So if you're coming down to the floor, it's on your hands and knees. Otherwise, stay seated in your chair. Coming down to the floor, the wrists right underneath the shoulders and the knees right underneath the hips. And then again, let's everybody think about our Uddiyana Bandha, that navel coming to the spine. And you don't have to worry about it being so tight, holding it so much. You're just kind of bringing awareness to it. So it's not just letting it go. We're going to inhale. Let's slowly start to arch that spine. So chest comes forward, looking up towards the ceiling. Let's relax the shoulders and just breathe here. If you're on the floor, pushing the ground away with your hands and feet, and then really starting to lift that tailbone up towards the ceiling. So relax the shoulders. Keep pressing the chest in front of the shoulders. And then exhale. Let's move into cat. Starting to round that spine. Chin comes towards the chest. Pelvis comes tucking in. Breathe here and really feel that middle of your spine stretching out as you relax the shoulders. Feel the shoulder blades stretching. And then let's move with the breath. Or you can move with 2 breaths each. Whatever you're feeling. Again, when I wake up in the morning, this is one of the first things I do is I go into child's pose. And then I do a few of these cat cows, and then I kind of like to move from side to side and just kind of see where my body needs that stretch. Send the breath to it. I know it needs that oxygen. And just stretch it out and breathe. You can do this anytime, even if you're in the middle of working. Just set your alarm off to do just a little bit of stretches in the chair. It makes a huge difference, especially on the days that you're not doing this with me. And then slowly coming back to neutral, we're going to move into the half locust posture. So if you're sitting down in your chair, let's go ahead and stand up. Allow yourself to stand right behind that chair. Otherwise, if you're on the floor, let's lower ourselves down. Lifting the hips up, placing the palms on top of the thighs. So you're basically laying right on top of your arms. You're cutting off a little bit of circulation there. Let your body be heavy right on top of those arms. And then standing up in your chair, or standing up behind your chair, make sure your feet are about hip width distance apart. Push the ground away with your feet. Make sure that your crown of the head lifts. And as you inhale, everybody, let's start to extend that right foot all the way back. So try to touch the back wall with your foot. Feel that extension coming from your hip joint. Keep extending it and then lift that right leg up as high as you can. So we're using our upper back muscles here. If you're on the floor, let's press the shoulders, the chest, the chin down into the floor, even your hands, and keep lifting up from that. And then standing up behind the chair, maybe you're releasing the chair one hand at a time, finding your balance. But again, as long as you're extending and lifting, you really start to work that right side of your body, the back side. Slowly release that leg down. Let's relax it completely. Take a breath here. And let's go ahead and extend that left leg all the way back. Keep reaching towards the back of the room as you lift that leg up high as you can. Pressing the shoulders, the chest, everything down on the floor if you're on the floor. And then feel that extension. Feel the back side of your left body really working here, strengthening the spine, the glutes, the calves, all the way to the toes as you exhale. Let's release that leg all the way down. And if you're on the floor, let's release the arms and rest your cheek on the mat. And then for those of you that are standing, coming back to your seat, just taking your time, making your way back to a seated position. And we're going to go ahead and move into the knee to chest posture. So let's roll over onto our backs, extending your legs out in front of you. And as you inhale, let's slowly bring that right knee up to the chest. So try to see if you can flatten your whole back on the floor. And then using the strength of your hands, let's push that knee down and up towards your chest and chin. And relax those shoulders. Same thing if you're sitting down in the chair, you want to press that chest forward. And just bring that knee up. And then using the strength of your fingers and hands and arms to push that knee down and up. Breathing, massaging that ascending colon, stretching that right hip. You should feel there's a slight pinching sensation in the right hip. Just breathe into it. And then slowly let's release. Shake that leg out. And inhale, slowly bring that left knee up. Let's switch the grip on the hand. And then slowly start to bring that knee towards you. So pushing it down towards your chest and up towards your chin. Relaxing the shoulders. Opening up that chest. Breathing. Massaging that descending colon. And then stretching your left hip out. You should feel that pinching sensation there in your hip. Breathe. And let's slowly release that left leg. You can shake it all out. And then if you're on the floor, let's bend the knees, roll over to one side, press yourself up into a seated position. We're going to move into our side stretches. So pressing that right hand down on your chair or on the floor. And as you inhale, let's lift the left arm all the way up towards the ceiling. Ground down with your left hip and then swaying over to the right. Again, you want to feel that opposing traction. Hip down, arm up, arm over. And then bring that right arm, right shoulder forward to square the shoulders. And breathe here as you continuously reach up and over. You really want to feel this really lovely stretch from the fingertips on the left hand all the way to the left side of your body. Breathe. Such a great one to do in the morning, especially waking up that spine. And then slowly as you inhale, let's bring the arms down. Exhale to relax. Take a breath and then let's place that left arm down. And as you inhale, let's bring the right arm up. So shoot that right arm up as you plant the right hip down and then slowly start to sway over to the left this time. Bringing your left shoulder forward to square the shoulders And again, feel that opposing traction of your hip going down, arm reaching up and over, and then feeling that lovely stretch all the way across the right side of your body. Just breathe into that side. Maybe even note when you first started doing this and how much deeper you can go and how much better it feels maybe as you inhale, let slowly come up, slowly release down. Maybe when you first started doing this, you're just like, ah, ah, ah. And eventually you get to the point where you're stretching more and feeling more of that stretch. Moving into our seated forward bend, we're going to extend the legs forward. And again, if you'd like, if you're on the floor, you can move the fleshy part of your glutes away from you so that you're sitting in front of your tailbone. Allow the legs to be nice and heavy, and seated on the chair, you can either extend the legs or bend them. So the more you extend the legs, the more you're going to feel the stretch in the back of your legs and thighs and the calves. So again, grounding the legs, holding that core in. Think about that Uddiyana Bandha, belly button coming to the spine, opening up that chest. You're feeling the crown of the head lifted. And then slowly as you exhale, let's slowly start to move that chest forward. So again, we want to keep that back flat. So keep your gaze straight ahead. Try not to look down. Every time you look down, you have this rounding of the spine. So we want to look ahead, relax the shoulders, and continuously keep pressing your chest forward. And maybe you're not coming down very far and you're already feeling a crazy amount of stretching in the back of your legs. Just breathe through it and see where you're at. Every day can be different. So wherever you're at is where you need to be. Just breathe, elongate with the inhale, and then with the exhale, let yourself press forward just a little bit at a time. Small movements, moving with the breath. You can even close your eyes in this posture. It's one of those very introspective postures, helping you to dive inward. Try to relax the back of your legs. And maybe even thinking about that Mula Bandha, the pelvic floor coming up. And then imagine your sitting bones spreading apart. So even visually thinking of your butt cheeks spreading apart. And you might feel like you can come down a little bit deeper when you do that. Just helping to create some space. Allowing the head to relax here as you breathe. Keep relaxing those shoulders. And breathe and surrender. Grounding those legs and holding that core in, let's slowly make our way all the way up into a seated position. And once you come up, let's let the whole body relax and just close your eyes and breathe. Noticing sensations of the body, the mind. And then we'll go ahead and move into our half spinal twist. So crossing the legs, or if you're seated in the chair, both feet can be flat on the ground, or you can cross the right leg over the left. But making sure that, again, both sitting bones are evenly grounded. As you inhale, elongating the spine, pressing that chest forward. And as you exhale, let's slowly bring the left hand to the right knee. Right hand comes behind you, using it as a kickstand to elongate that spine further. Relax your shoulders and continuously look over the right shoulder. So the eyes go as far as it can go. Keep breathing, elongating your spine with the inhale, and then maybe using the leverage of your left hand against the knee to help you twist just a little bit more. Keep those hips open, twisting and twisting and twisting. And then inhale, slowly come back. Exhale to relax. And we'll do the left side as you inhale. Again, pressing that chest forward and then moving over to the left, using that left hand as your kickstand. Opening up that chest, relaxing the shoulders, using the leverage of the right hand against the left knee, helping you to twist all the way over to the left. So look as far over to the left as you can possibly see and breathe here. And then slowly and gently coming back to the center. And as you exhale, relax. And then we'll go ahead and move into our lovely modified shoulder stand. So if you'd like, if you're sitting down on the chair, just get another chair, put your feet up on it. If it feels good for you to put a pillow underneath your feet, you can do that. Or if you want to come down to the floor, you can put your legs up the wall, or you can put your legs up on another chair, or maybe the bed, the couch. So many props at home that we can use, which is lovely. If you are putting your legs up the wall or up a chair, you're always welcome to put a pillow underneath your hips here. And then also a pillow underneath your head just to make it even more comfortable and luxurious for yourself. However you like to be in this modified shoulder stand, idea really is to raise the legs up so that the heart gets to take a little mini vacation, just a little hiatus from having to pump all that blood down to the toes. So now the toes, the body is giving back to the heart, saying, okay, all that energy can come back so that you can rest. Closing your eyes. And just try to pay attention to your heartbeat. Feel the pulse. Letting yourself be grounded in this present moment. Again, by bringing all the senses of your body to awareness. Feeling every contact point of the body to either the chair or the floor. Bringing that awareness and attention to that. Moving into that self-study, getting to know yourself. I think we can be 100 years old and still discover things about ourselves because we're always changing, we're always adapting, growing, hopefully. So just taking that moment to quiet the mind from self-analysis to letting go of some of that judgment for ourselves and all the things that we should be doing and could be doing and should have done. Those are the worst things that you should have done. Coming back to the heart center as you connect by asking your heart what it needs for healing and asking your heart what it needs to be healthy, happy, and whole. And then just listening to whatever comes up, even if it's just silence, just be okay with not knowing. But if you take a moment daily to just connect with yourself and ask yourself that question, ask your heart, you will eventually come up with some answers that you can resonate with and move towards. Slowly and gently beginning to deepen your breathing, just allowing that awareness to return. We're going to be moving into our yoga Nidra, deep relaxation or progressive muscle relaxation practice. So in this practice, just allowing your body to be completely relaxed. So if you'd like, you can move into Shavasana. So bringing your legs down, opening up the legs, opening up the arms, just letting your whole body be heavy. Or you could stay in shoulder stand if that feels comfortable to you. Again, another 10 to 15 minutes of this posture. So make sure you're comfortable. Really an effortless practice that anybody can practice. As long as you're in a relaxed state, we're going to move into our squeeze and relax 3 times. So as you inhale, let's slowly hold that breath and contract every single muscle in your body very tight, holding it and contracting and tightening and tightening and tightening. Exhale with a big sigh. Relax the body. Again, with the inhale, hold that inhale, squeeze all the muscles, contract it very tight, 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 just holding it, contracting. Exhale with a big sigh. Relax. Inhale, biggest, deepest inhale, holding it, squeezing every muscle from the toes all the way to the crown of your head, your glutes, your facial muscles, everything is clenched very tight. And then exhale with a big sigh and completely allow your whole body to relax. Let the breath flow nice and rhythmically. And with your eyes closed, let's bring awareness to the space between the eyebrows, into your Chittakash, third eye center, the mind space. Just a light awareness there as your body fully relaxes and allowing it to be fully supported by the earth below. So bringing your awareness to that space, the Chittakash, and then creating your sankalpa, your short positive phrase, the seed of desire or affirmation of how you would like to either feel or what you would like to accomplish. What would you like to manifest in your life most urgently, or the one that stands out to you the most today? And create that phrase as if it's already been achieved. As you formulate this phrase, allowing yourself to be really immersed in this emotionally and physically, letting yourself really feel what it feels like to have this manifested. And with that positivity and joy in your heart, let yourself repeat this phrase silently to yourself 3 times. Let yourself release that phrase, and let's move into the rotation of consciousness over the body. So in this practice, allowing your body to be very still, relaxing either on the ground or on the chair. And try to see if you can keep the body very still as possible. And as I call out different parts of the body, let your mind see if you can feel those parts, relax those parts, and then let yourself just feel whatever you end up feeling. So try not to analyze or have expectations or get upset if the mind continues to race. Just try to see if you can come back to the sound of my voice with love and compassion for yourself. Starting to bring your awareness over to the right hand thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger, back of the right hand, center of the right palm, right wrist, right elbow, right shoulder, the right side of your waist, right hip, right thigh, right knee, right ankle, the right sole of your foot, right top of your foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. Bringing awareness to the entire right side of your body and feeling the breath move up and down the right side of your body. Beginning to bring awareness to the left hand thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger, back of the left hand, center of the left palm, left wrist, left elbow, left shoulder, left side of the waist, left hip, left knee, left ankle, left sole of the foot, the left top of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. And then bringing awareness to the entire left side of your body. Feeling the breath move up and down the left side of your body. And bringing awareness to the back of your body, starting from the heels, the calves, back of the knees, back of the thighs, your buttocks, tailbone, lower back, mid back, upper back, the back of the neck, back of the head, crown of the head, forehead, eyebrows, eyes, nose, ears, mouth, throat, chest, ribs, abdomen, pelvis, and bringing awareness to your entire body, feeling your whole body, feeling every part of your body. And as we move the body into relaxation, let's begin to relax the mind by just noticing the breath at the base of your nostrils. Without trying to control that breathing, just become your witness or observer to the breath moving in and out through those nostrils. Allow yourself to count that breath backwards from 27 to 1. If you lose the count, start back up at 27. If you make it to 1 before I speak again, starting back up at 27. Mentally repeating 27, navel up, 27, navel down, 26, navel up, 26, navel down, and then just breathing backwards, counting backwards, breathing with your own breathing rhythm. Allow yourself to release the counting and using the creative imagination of your mind, imagining a light, a healing light and energy just sitting at the crown of your head. Maybe this light is white, a golden color, or a color of your choice, maybe even a rainbow. Imagine this energy to have some sort of sensation of either buzzing or tingling, or maybe a sense of warmth. And just imagine that entering through the crown of your head into your mind. Allow it to send positive healing and positive thoughts into the mind as you breathe. And then sending that healing light and energy into your heart space, allowing it to embrace and heal your heart, both your physical heart and your emotional heart. And now sending this healing light and energy throughout your whole body, all the way to the tips of your fingers and the tips of your toes. Imagine it circulating around the whole body, sending that positive healing of light and energy throughout the body. Beginning to deepening that breath, bringing your awareness to the center of your eyebrows again into your Chitta Kash. With your eyes gently closed, and let's bring that positive phrase out again, recalling all the emotions that are associated with the manifestation of your heart's desire. Let yourself really believe that this has come true and allow yourself to repeat that phrase silently to yourself 3 times. And then slowly and gently beginning to deepen that breathing. Just beginning to allow your awareness to return to this space. Wiggling the fingers and the toes, maybe the wrists and the ankles, just bringing your body back. And extending your arms up over your head, extending the legs in the opposite direction as you stretch. And bringing the palms down, rubbing the palms together. And then cupping the eyes. And if you'd like, give yourself a nice massage all around your forehead, your temples, maybe your jaw, your cheekbones, wherever it feels good. And then if you're on the floor, gently bending your knees. And then resting on your side. And making your way up slowly into a seated position. Take your time. Leaning back either on the floor or the chair, wherever you can find that really nice, tall, comfortable seat. Use whatever props necessary. If you're on the floor, to raise your hips up, because we want to make sure that we're nice and comfortable. And think about your head. Again, there's a tendency to move that chin forward. Let's tuck that chin in just a little bit. Feeling the back of your head and the upper part of your back leaning against the wall. So there's a little bit of a tuck of the chin, little tuck. And then letting your eyes close. And just become aware of your breath coming in and out through the nose. As you inhale, feeling your abdomen, your ribs and your chest expanding. And as you exhale, allowing it to contract from the chest, the ribs, the abdomen. Just paying attention to that breath. Try to relax your facial muscles. Feeling the grounding of your sitting bones, elongation of the spine, crown of the head lifting. And here, if you'd like to incorporate a word that uplifts you, maybe like peace or joy, or maybe you would like to use a Sanskrit word like Om or Shreem, Just let yourself repeat that to yourself over and over and over again. Let it fill you up with positivity and light. Just beginning to feel that spirit elevating inside of you, reaching up to the crown of your head. And if the mind begins to think of other things, it's okay. Just acknowledge it. You can even name it thinking, thinking, obsessing, obsessing. You can even name and put a label on the thoughts that come through. Come back to that space between your eyebrows, that awareness there. And then favor your focus again. So again, be so gentle, so patient with yourself. Some days your mind is racing, one thought after the other, multiple thoughts. As long as you're aware that you are the controller of those thoughts, you are the seat of consciousness, and you do have control bringing your thoughts, reining them in to come back to your positive word. Again, the more time you practice, the more space you will find between the thoughts, more clarity, more creativity and insight for yourself. And for those around you, the more compassion you give yourself, the more compassion you can give to others. The more love you give to yourself, the more love you have for others. And same thing with patience and all of those wonderful virtues. And I know I'm still practicing, and I'll probably be practicing all of those for the rest of my life. Slowly and gently begin to deepen your breathing, just bringing your palms to the heart center, lifting the heart to meet the thumbs, allowing ourselves to just practice a short practice of gratitude. It's hard to have negative feelings of fear and anger or sadness when you concentrate on gratitude and the things that you feel are blessings in your life. Could be anything really small, or it could be really huge. It could be just the fact that you're able to sit here in silence and practice. It could be for your amazing breath, your amazing body. Thank you so much for joining me this morning, allowing me to guide you in the practice. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day. Namaste.